Preston Foster, coming your way with another episode of Waterfront.
Eggs over medium, right, John?
That's right. Good morning, Harry.
Morning, Captain John. You're just the fellow I want to talk to.
Sit down, Harry.
Mac, he don't like...
Go ahead, sit down.
You seen the morning paper?
Sure.
How are you, Willis?
Fine, just fine, thanks, Mac.
You had your breakfast, Harry?
Oh, sure, I got the habit of getting up early and downing a big breakfast in the old days, you know, when I was skipper on that run between Venice and...
You sure you couldn't stand a second breakfast? I never did like to eat alone.
Well, I shouldn't want you not enjoying your breakfast. A young fellow like you needs his nourishment.
What can I do for you, Harry?
Well, it's right here, back in the shipping news. You got tug duty for the Ottawa this morning?
Yeah, why?
Well, it says here, the skipper's name, Toby Myers, right
What
there.
about it?
You mean you don't know about Toby Myers? The way he brought that freighter into Florida last year, half the bridge blown off by that storm?
I read about it, but what's that got to do with...
He's the skipper of the Ottawa. Says right there. You know, he used to serve under me on the old national line at the Java route. I taught him everything he knows. Well, I did.
I know, Harry. Excuse me. I got to get some tobacco.
Sure, go ahead.
Mike, let me have a package of that rough cut, will you?
Right. Look, John, I know you feel sorry for the old guy, but once you do him a favor, you're in trouble.
What do you mean?
One time I figured, well, what's the difference? I won't miss a couple of eggs and a couple of pieces of toast, so I feed him. Ever since, he keeps hanging around. Why don't he go to the old sailor's home or something?
Well, let's say nobody likes to admit their life is over, huh?
Mind taking these over with you?
Toby always enjoyed a good smoke. You'll like him when
I don't expect to meet him.
Sure you will. I'll take care of that.
You going to see him?
Well, Chrissy has no way of knowing I'm here. Last time I saw Toby was, nigh on 20 years ago. We were hauling bananas out of Honduras on this particular...
Well, why don't you invite him over, Harry? A famous skipper like that, why, I'd like to throw a party for you on the house.
Would you, Mac?
Sure, caviar, champagne, lobster a la Newburgh, demitassi's, the works.
Mac, a fellow like that will have a lot of things to do. You know, only one day in port, he'll probably be too busy to...
What? Too busy to see his old shipmate, Harry Willis? The only trouble is getting word to him.
Captain John here can fix that. He knows the harbor pilot guys. They can take a message for you.
Mac,
Yeah. Would you, Captain John?
you really want me to?
Do I?
Okay, I will. Hey, Harry, how'd you like to be first mate on the Cheryl Ann when we go out to pick up the Ottawa?
Me? Oh, gee.
Take the wheel, Captain Willis? Go ahead.
Thanks. Yes, sir. She handles very nicely.
Now, there she is. That's what I call a beautiful hunk of ship.
Toby's ship. Let's take a look around.
Sure.
Maybe I could wave. We got in closer. Let's swing all the way around it.
Okay. It's a mighty sleek-looking stern.
It sure is.
Harrington's the pilot today. He ought to be along any minute now. Better get around on the port side of the Ottawa, Harry.
Right.
Captain Myers. Oh, yes, Travis. I'm just finishing my breakfast. I'll be on the bridge in a few minutes. Oh, and send Paul in for my tray. I've been trying to get him for the last 5 minutes. Yes, come in. I said come in.
Oh, I'm sorry I snapped at you, gentlemen.
Did you? We didn't notice.
No. Guess I was wrapped up in this newspaper here.
Newspaper?
Yes, the Ottawa Daily Clarion, radio operator. Listens to the news every night, types it out, and there it is.
May I?
Certainly. You had your breakfast, Mr. Morse?
Yes, thank you. Still another cup of coffee couldn't kill me, I guess.
Good. Mr. Varney?
Huh? No, thank you.
What's the matter, Varney? The financial section troubling you? That's what I like about being a Marine inspector. I get to go on these shakedown cruises, and I leave my worries home. Thank you. Oh, come on, Varney. The news couldn't be that bad.
No, it's not that. Remember those 2 men that held up the bank in Canada?
Yeah?
The story's in the paper there. Seems the police have tracked them as far as San Francisco.
They've got every passenger ship, plane, train route, and road blocked.
I guess those two fellas just aren't going to get away.
It serves them right if they get caught.
I suppose.
Well, I'm due on the bridge. Would you gentlemen care to join me? As Marine inspectors, you should be interested in seeing how she docks.
Yes, we would very much. Something wrong?
That Stewart Paul, I've been trying to get him for...
No. Put it down.
What?
You see, there's no use in calling for the steward.
Why not?
He brought us our breakfast, and then, unfortunately, he started to unpack our bags.
Paul is a little overeager to help. I'll speak to him. Is he still in your cabin?
Yes, we just left him there.
I'll call him.
He won't be able to come just now.
Why not?
He isn't feeling well.
What?
We had to detain him in a closet until after we've docked. You see, Paul read this, too.
But your credentials, you showed them to me when you came on board in San Francisco, your company Marine inspectors.
Yes, Morse and Varney were Marine inspectors.
Why are you telling me all this?
Because if anybody should happen to ask you, Paul is in here cleaning up for you until after we've docked.
I'll get it. Yes? No, this is Morse. Who's Travis?
He's on the bridge, my first mate.
Travis, the captain will be right up. He hasn't finished his breakfast yet. The pilot boat's coming. When we get on the bridge, get rid of Travis and anybody else who's there.
Don't you think we're close enough now, Harry?
Well, I just want Toby to be able to see us.
A couple of more feet and we'll be under the Ottawa. He won't be able to see us from there.
Wonder why Toby doesn't come to the side and wave.
He's probably busy up on the bridge. You'll see him soon. You better get off her bow, Harry. Now, there's the old pilot boat.
Be sure now you didn't forget to tell that pilot it was me who wanted to see Toby.
Now, it's all squared away. Barrington's going to deliver the message personally.
Toby Myers on a beautiful ship like that after all these years. You know, it's like all the years that have come between suddenly had disappeared. Like all of a sudden you know that the important things don't ever die away. Like the friendship I have with Toby Myers.
Captain Myers?
Yes. You're the pilot?
That's right. Barrington.
Mr. Morse, Mr. Varney.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Mr. Morse and Mr. Varney boarded the Ottawa in San Francisco for our Shakedown cruise. Company Marine Inspectors.
You gentlemen going all the way to Australia?
Yes, we want to study the new ship and performance.
Well, that'll be quite a trip. She's a beauty, all right.
Thank you.
You ever been in L.A. Harbor before, Captain Myers?
No.
Oh. Well, you must have known him from someplace else, then.
Known who?
Friend of yours. At least so he says. He wants to see you at 2:30 at the Lobster Claw. That's a cafe near your berth. His name is Harry Willis.
Never heard of a Harry Willis in my life.
He's coming off. I can just see old Toby right now, probably bouncing up and down. You see, he doesn't know I'm here. Probably thinks I'm dead or something. Did you tell him? The pilot waved his hand. He probably meant that Toby said, see you on shore.
I hope your friend Captain Myers is a heavy eater. Mac's got it coming to him. He'll flip.
Look, Harry, I won't believe it till I hear it from Captain John himself.
He'll tell you. He'll tell you. He's over talking to young Farrington right now. Now, where are you going to get that caviar, Mac? I see you got lobster all right, but you also said...
When Captain John tells me, then I'll start worrying about where I get caviar. Until then, don't believe it.
Well, it's good bean soup. Toby's a great guy for bean soup. We'll take it instead of the caviar. Did you talk to Farrington?
Sure. You're kind of shined up there, aren't you?
Well, I figured an occasion like this, you know.
You mean he really does know Captain Myers?
Pick a table, Harry. You better try some of Mac's cooking before we have this shindig.
Yeah. We'll try the bean soup, Mac.
What's the matter?
I just saw Barrington. Myers said he never heard of Harry Willis in his life.
You sure?
Barrington said he gave him the message.
You know, you may not believe this, but that was one bet I was really kind of hoping I was going to lose. I'm sorry I wrote him so hard now.
Hey, Mac, hurry up with that bean soup.
Coming up, Harry. Try to find him an out of some kind, will you, John?
Sure.
You haven't seen an eater till you've seen Toby eat anything, so long as there's something hot on it, like
Harry?
peppers or a real man's mustard or...
Harry,
Yeah?
your friend Toby, he
What's the matter?
isn't coming.
Isn't...
He told Barrington he didn't think he could make it.
But Farrington told me it was me, didn't he?
Well, it's a new ship. It's a shakedown cruise. He's kind of tied up. That's easy enough to understand.
Yeah.
He told Parrington to give you his best wishes. He said that Harry Willis taught him everything he knows about the sea.
It isn't like we see each other a lot. And this might be the last time ever.
Try to take it a little easy. He'll be in here again on his way back from Australia.
I guess. Just that when you're all alone and none of the people in your life are around anymore, then somebody like Toby shows up. It's like being alive again.
Mac, give him some lunch.
Sure. This one's on me. Where are you going?
That old boy's telling the truth.
Well, what are you going to do?
Have a little talk with Captain Myers.
Well, Captain Myers, we'll be leaving you in about a half hour.
Somebody's coming.
Maybe he'll go by.
Come in.
Captain Myers?
Yes.
I'm sorry to barge in on you like this. My name is John Herrick.
Mr. Morse, Mr. Barney.
How are you? An old friend of yours asked me to see you, Harry Willis.
He must be mistaken. I don't know anybody named Harry Willis.
I see. I guess Harry does stretch the truth a little bit here and there, but he's really looking forward to seeing you, Captain Myers. And you'd be doing quite a favor for a lonely old sailor if you could just stop by and see him.
I've already told you that I...
Couldn't you pretend you know him? There's a little restaurant up on Wharf Street called the Lobster Claw. He's waiting there. It would only take about a minute if you could just stop. Captain Myers, you'd make an old man very happy if you could see your way clear.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I must. If I wasn't so busy, perhaps I could comply, but I'm really very busy. After all, I don't know anybody named Harry Willis.
See? Sorry to have taken your time.
Get over. Lock the door.
I'm sorry.
Shut up. Sit down. You too.
You shouldn't have
I
come.
said shut up.
You do know Harry Willis, sir?
Of course I
I
do.
said shut up, both of you. Go up on deck and see if that crowd of gawkers have cleared away from the docks. And hurry.
Right.
You know what's going to happen to you, don't you?
They're both wanted in Canada for a bank robbery.
You talk too much, Captain Myers.
What difference does it make?
None, I guess. Might as well get it out of your system now.
They escaped from Canada with the money and got down as far as San Francisco. Night before last, they were sitting in a restaurant and overheard two men. The men were talking about a job they had, joining the Ottawa next morning. They were marine inspectors for the company named Morse and Varney. Somehow they got rid of the real Morse and Varney and took their credentials.
In a couple of hours, they'll find us here. They'll blame it on Morse and Varney, and the police will go looking for two men who are already dead.
And whom they'll never find, unless they empty all of San Francisco Harbor.
Where are you two headed?
They say Mexico's nice. If old Captain Myers here hadn't started getting suspicious about us this morning, all this unpleasantness would have been avoided. We would have docked, and my friend and I would have walked off as if we were just going for a stroll. Who is it?
Hey.
Well, the crowd's beginning to thin out. We can leave in a half an hour.
It's kind of sad that you had to come here on that errand. Because now we have no alternative but to kill you, too.
Don't worry. They'll be here.
time.
Well, if he's busy, you can't expect him to get here on time.
Before I came here, I went to the bank. I've been saving up. Took most of it out. Well, I thought maybe Toby and I would get one of those cars you rent, and I'd show him the sights. And then, if we wanted to stay in a fancy hotel or something tonight, well, we would. I'd save that money for something real fine. Something big before it died. It just isn't going to happen. It isn't right, Toby. What's come over him anyway?
He'll be here.
Mind if I have a cigarette?
Sure, go ahead. Hey, where do you think you're going?
Match.
Well, it's about time. Something's burning. It was a nice trip, Captain Myers. Thanks. Look! Quick, get it.
The bed, it's on fire.
I need help! Stay where you are, both of you.
I can't get it out. Officer of the deck, Travis, Barkley, my cabin.
Look, Harry, why don't you come back and sit down? We'll have a couple of sandwiches and some coffee and wait for him.
I wouldn't have believed it, Toby.
Harry. Harry.
There's a friend of yours here who wants to see you.
Toby! Toby! Toby Myers, you old barnacle shellback. You. How are you? How are you, Toby?
Fine, just fine, Skipper.
What you been up to lately, Toby?
Oh, nothing much, Harry.
Yeah, not like the old days when we were on the line, huh? Excitement, adventures.
Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight's story, and that you'll be with us next week for another episode of Waterfront.